So this week's Disentanglement Project will be posting today. So it will be Disentanglement Tuesday on a Friday. It's going to be a flashback Friday. A disentangled Friday. It's posting today. It's been a week and I just got back from Atlanta and I will fill you in on that. But since we are catching up, this flashback Friday, when my aunt was dropping me to the airport, she said something to me that reminded me of the video that I'm going to post. And I shot a little bit more after I made that video. I wanted to feel like I was doing something. I wanted to feel like I was sticking with my plan, sticking with the plan. And so, I knew that I wanted to, get the hair journey up and shared. So, I posted the first part because I had some things that I wanted to share on my personal page. And I am going to post it on YouTube along with the actual hair, care that I did that day, which was just an oil detangling. So for those just interested in the hair, you can skip ahead. And for those who are interested in some of the other things I'm disentangling, you can just check it out. Come to a little work. It doesn't even matter what this is. It's just to detangle. And that's what I need. I have been living in a very if, then, I will, when kind of space. I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I do that a lot. But that's not what I'm going to do about this, because I feel that with each booby trap that I encounter, I get to recognize that I'm closer. I'm closer to the treasure. I'm closer to the treasure that is my highest self, that is operating at my highest vibration. And the more booby traps I encounter, honestly, the closer I really believe that I am. So there's still a lot to work out because the treasure must be great. In the upcoming weeks, I'll be releasing installments of my Disentanglement Project. And I shot it over the course of the last 8 months or so. It's been germinating over the course of a lifetime. And in it, I'm delving into my personal growth. And I'm looking down because I'm just going to read what I wrote here. I'm delving into my personal growth and hair growth as an examination of how and when and with what I am nourishing both. In one of the first conversations with my dear friend and co-conspirator, who is a gifted stylist, his name is Anthony McCree. In one of those first episodes, and Tony, Anthony McCree, he is the owner of Don't Make Me Cut You Salon in West Hollywood. You better go get you some. Well, I'm discussing relocating to Atlanta with Tony in one of the very first installments that I'm going to put out. And over the past couple of years, I've been building, reconnecting with my biological father, from whom I've been estranged for many years. And yeah, I'm considering making a move to Atlanta. And I think what will probably end up being like the first edited out, maybe the second piece. And I'm going to get back to working on that. But today, I will be flying to Atlanta to visit my dad in the hospital before any decision as to whether or not to take him off of his respirator is made. So I want to see him. I want to touch him. The last time I was there and he was in the hospital, that was the thing he appreciated the most. Just my touch. So I want to go and do that. So when that installment airs, that was the current state. But, you know, life can be what it is. They say man plans and God laughs. Sometimes he laughs like he's watching Raw on repeat. And that shit is funny. The ventilator, not COVID related, life related. I have no doubt everything is and will be as it should be. But it's a lot to work out. And I know time isn't going to wait for me to get over my fears, my insecurities, my bitterness, or the familiarity with which I cling to that which does not nourish me. As my dear Tony, the one and only, would say, you got to break it all down to build it back up. I know that that is what I have been doing, the breaking down part. But now it's time for the building up part. I'm ready for that too. So, for those of you who know, there's something on the way, and it's coming. To anything that would seek to deter me, like that pesky Wi-Fi Satan we've been joking about all pandemic, that hashtag Wi-Fi Satan. I'm going to revise that to hashtag Why Try Satan. Why try? Don't do it. And to myself, I say, I got this. I am the first of my generation, as was my Zulu daddy. And I know who he hoped I would be. I know who I was born to be. And I'm going to get there. I'm taking my time. But I know time waits for no one. So I'm on it. Man, I'm on it. So keep a lookout. And this is where we ended up. That was quite a bit, actually. But I hadn't detangled in a really long time. So there it is. And when I bun it and take it back out and pick it, I'll take a picture of the final. But this is kind of where I am after a cut, after losing a whole lot of blessing blockings. That's what Tony and I call them, dead ends. The blessing blockings. After releasing a lot of those. That's where I am. So we'll see where we go. Okay, really quickly before I put the hair up. So after I take it out of the bantu, I do like to work it again with a pick, like all as one, because I'm gonna put it up in a bun. I'm gonna put it up in one like little roll up top. Because then I find when I shake that roll out, it has like it does a thing, you know, like a soft fro kind of thing that I really like. So I don't just go from the Bantu, because I never liked that first look, like that pin curl kind of look. So I will start off with the pick on the ends, then I will come through with my detangler. Sometimes I use the Denman, but I find the Denman brush. I find that this particular detangling 2, and I cannot remember the name. I think it's on the back. Let me see. Tangle Teaser. I bet you if I had an affiliate code, I would remember that name. However, Tangle Teaser is great for me. I'm noticing the teeth are getting a little wayward, and like I said, it's been a lot of times, and things came up, it's been a lot of times in between a detangle, hair sheds. That's what it does. For those who are watching and are like thinking oil doesn't penetrate the shaft, oil is useless, I like oil for my detangling. Tony and I get into this. Tony, or not that we get into this, he's a phenomenal stylist in the sense that if that's what you want to do, he gonna let you do it. However, he will give you tips that might help you release some of those tricks for the benefit of your hair. So I go back and forth between either I'll detangle with aloe, because the thing with oil for him, one, it doesn't penetrate. Even the oils that should, they don't. You know, there's the list of the ones that maybe for your shaft versus your scalp, and they still sit the way that they sit. But I use henna, which he's also not a fan of. He's not a fan of henna. I use henna, and I find after the henna application, there was an Indian sister, I'm gonna have to find a video, but there was an Indian woman who, and henna is their shit. So, I mean, if you're gonna use people's shit, you should listen to their opinions at least on it, and then figure out what works for you, but at least start off in the general vicinity of what was intended, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, oil. I detangle with oil. When I style with oil, I mix it into my leave-in. I somehow, Tony gave me that tip too. And you'll see this coming up. Very clear, leave-in the oil, you'll see it. However, somehow that transmogrified in here, and we'll talk about how that happens too, into doing it with the cream. So for a while I was doing oil and cream. I don't normally put the pins in. I had pins for the knots sitting here, and I can't find my scrunchie. So that's why I'm doing this. But there would be a scrunchie around this. Sometimes I like to put it like really high, like right here, because then it like helps these little babies that are trying to catch up with their friends get up in the mix. And then also it makes kind of like a little bump that I like when I shake it out. However, bigger fish to fry. Hair is finally out of the Bantus. I can take my child to his appointment. We're moving in the right direction, but I just, after what would normally come. And then I don't have time for a wash. I will be out in the streets like this, but I would wash and do the whole thing. And I've shot videos of that, so, you know, more to come.